Hello students, our subject is Power Electronics and Application. Today we are going to see topic IGBT, that is Insulated Gate Bipolar Transistor. What is IGBT? IGBT is a three-terminal power switch having high input impedance like P MOSFET and low on-state power loss as in BJT, that is bipolar junction transistor. Thus, IGBT is a combined form of best qualities of BJT and P MOSFET. This is the most popular switch among the power electronics engineer and find a great variety of applications. IGBT is also known as metal oxide insulated gate transistor, that is MOS IGT. As you can see in the figure, IGBT is a three-terminal device which is gate, emitter and collector. Let's see construction of IGBT. An IGBT is constructed on a P-positive layer substrate. On P-positive substrate, a highly resistive N-negative layer is epitaxically grown, and as in other semiconductor devices, the thickness of N-negative layer determines the voltage blocking capacity of IGBT. In the other side of P-positive substrate, a metal layer is deposited to form the collector C terminal. Now, P region are diffused in the epitaxically grown N-negative layer. Further, N-positive regions are diffused in P region. As you can see here in the diagram, an IGBT is constructed on a P-positive substrate. In IGBT, P-positive substrate is called injection layer because it injects hole into N-negative layer. The N-negative layer is called drift region as it is shown in the diagram. Drift layer, injection layer, and the body of IGBT. Okay, then you can here also see gate, emitter and collector. On P-positive substrate, a highly resistive N-negative layer is exceptionally grown. As in the other semiconductor device, the thickness of N-negative layer determines the voltage blocking capacity of IGBT. On the other side of P-positive substrate, a metal layer is deposited to form the collector C terminal. Now, P region are diffused in the N-negative layer. Further, N-positive region are diffused in P region. Now, an insulating layer of silicon dioxide, that is SiO2, is grown on the surface. This insulating layer is etched in order to embedded metallic emitter and gate terminal. The P layer is also called body of IGBT. The N-negative layer in between the P-positive and P region serves to accommodate the depletion layer of PN junction, that is J2. Now let's see working principle of IGBT. The working principle of IGBT is based on gate to emitter terminals and collector to emitter terminals. Let's see the diagram. When collector is made positive with respect to emitter by voltage Vg, with gate emitter voltage more than the threshold voltage VGET of IGBT, an N-channel or inversion layer is formed in the upper part of P region just beneath the gate. This N-channel short circuits the N-negative region with N-positive emitter regions. Electrons from N-positive emitter regions begins to flow to N negative drift region through N channel. As IGBT is forward bias with collector positive and emitter negative, P positive collector region injects hole into N negative drift region. In short, N negative drift region is flooded with electrons from P negative body region and holes from P positive collector region. With this, the injection carrier density in N negative drift region increases considerably, and as a result, conductivity of N negative region enhances significantly. Therefore, IGBT gets turned on and begins to conduct forward current IC. Now let's see what are VI characteristics of IGBT. VI characteristics is the graphical relation between collector current and collector emitter voltage, that is VCE, for different values of gate emitter voltage. It is basically part of, let's see here, this is VI characteristics of IGBT. Okay, it is basically a plot of collector current IC versus collector emitter voltage for various values of gate emitter voltage VGE. The point which should be noted from these VI characteristics of IGBT are: first, when the device is forward biased, the shape of output characteristics is similar to that of BJT. However, the controlling parameter in case of IGBT is VGE, as it is a voltage control device. Second, the device is reversed bias. There is a voltage beyond which breakdown occurs. This reverse voltage is shown as VRM, as you can see in the diagram. There is a maximum voltage in forward conduction mode beyond which collector emitter breakdown occurs and gate loses control of collector current. Okay. Now let's see transfer characteristics of IGBT. The transfer characteristics of IGBT is basically a plot of collector current IC versus gate emitter voltage VGE. It is seen from this curve that when gate emitter voltage is less than a maximum voltage VGET, that is VGate, no current flows through IGBT. This means a minimum amount of forward voltage is required to make IGBT turn on. Now let's see applications of IGBT. IGBTs are widely used as a switching device in inverter circuits, that is for DC to AC conversion, for driving small to large motors. The IGBT is used in unregulated power supply, that is UPS system. The IGBT is used to combine the simple gate-driven characteristics of MOSFET with the high current and low saturation voltage of bipolar transistors. The IGBT is used in switched mode power supplies, that is SMPS. It is used in traction motor control and conduction heating. It is also used in inverters. An IGBT is used to combine an isolated gate FET for the control input and bipolar power transistor